So what I've noticed is that when people tend to speak to a group of people, when at an event, so 3 or 4 or 5 people, often you can see the anxiety in them because they're focusing on just talking to one person, and the rest of the group can actually feel quite excluded. So today I want to talk about how to be more present in your conversations with people and how to come across more confidently. So the first point to remember is to make eye contact with each person. So as you're talking, say a couple of words to each person. That way you make them feel validated and you make them feel included. Often what I notice is that when people feel uncomfortable, they tend to talk to just one person and the rest of the group actually feels isolated and disengages from the conversation. The second point is that one should always monitor the speed at which you talk. So often people who talk really quickly are worried that people won't listen. And as a result, people don't listen. So instead, take time to slow down what it is that you're saying, and naturally people begin to listen to you more. The next point is that often when people get nervous, they start to throw their hands around and there's just wild movements with their hands. When you're talking, try to control those movements, but still use your hands. In fact, some of the most watched TED Talks come down to how many hand movements were made during that talk. People find it extremely magnetic when you use your hands. Now, if you are ever feeling anxious or nervous within a group, the easiest thing to take the focus off you is to ask questions and to listen intently. When you ask someone a question or you ask someone's opinion, what you're actually doing is validating them and saying, I find your opinion important. And when you listen with your eyes. I always say, what part of the body do you listen with? And most people say the ears. But actually, it's the eyes. So when you're listening to someone, look at them, nod intently, use words of encouragement to show that you are actually listening. So things like, oh, interesting, or wow. And this gives people signals that you really are interested in the conversation, and you can help them feel like the most important person in the room. So to summarize, take time to speak to each person in the group. Second, make use of hand gestures. Use your hands not too wildly, but just to emphasize what it is you're saying. Number 3, take your time when talking. Obviously, we're not talking about a snail's pace, but just so it allows people to engage with you further. Remember to ask other people questions, ask their opinions, and then listen intently.